part 2. I don't think that's really cute. I mean, I think that's crazy. I think there's a lot of stuff that I hear that people are into is nutty.
And some of the things that we're into, people think are nutty. Like, for instance, this conversation came up last night, and somebody said they don't see how transgender women can be a top. And like I said, it's a lot of straight guys that don't see how gay people can be tops. They're like, why? If you fucking an asshole, you might as well fuck a pussy. And it's not. It's what we like. Each of us are our own individual person, and we're gonna have our own individual likes and dislikes. I like red. You might like purple. I'm not gonna knock you for liking purple, but that's what we do. We knock each other.
So many. And the thing was, so many of like the girls, I don't even want to say, like, I mean, you know, I have people that watch from all over, had hit me up and they was like highly offended. You know,
but you gotta understand, like, they're gonna be highly offended only because some of them, right? The representation of how BQs like to throw at us, like, to make us look so like little and disgusting and, you know, nasty.
Has anyone ever done that to you?
They can't.
Okay. Is that?
They can't.
Okay. Why can't they?
Because I'm gonna stop them in their tracks.
Okay.
You know, but first of all, I'm not going around saying what I do.
Okay.
Unless I'm around people that I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't go around.
But like most people do with their girlfriends, friends.
Right. You discuss.
Keep it real.
Yeah. You discuss what you do. You talk about things, and to me, that's maybe something that I probably would do around my people, or my children, or close friends. But I'm not gonna go around saying, "Oh, I do this in bed. I do that. I do this. I do that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that.
I think that's vulgar. Period. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you're with your friends and you're talking, but I think period. I think this goes for straights, gays, transgenders, trans. I think honestly, when you with your friends and y'all talking about sex, you understand? We all done it, and you kiki and make jokes and you know whatever. That's different, but I'm talking about being vulgar, period. You know, there are some people that are vulgar. What do you think? I don't know if you've seen it. Her name is T.S. Madison, I guess. Big Dick Bitch. For whoever don't see it, whoever may not have saw it, she's a transsexual porn star, and she put out a video on Vine, like, what is it, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago? Anyway, in the video, who may not have seen it, I'm actually gonna post a link on it so y'all can get in. She has like a thing. She's like, new weave, 22 inches, yes. And then she's butt naked, and she starts shaking herself, and she's shaking everything, front and back. Now it went viral, which was obviously her. That's what she wanted to do, for whatever, to draw more people to her, whatever. What do you feel about that? Because you turned your face away.
Because honestly, when I saw it, I
besides kikiing.
I kikied, but I kikied at it only because.
How many times you watched it?
Oh, maybe like once or twice. That was it. Like, I couldn't keep watching it.
I watched it about 60 times.
I did, and like I watched maybe like 2 or 3. Maybe
I didn't see it.
Once or twice.
You
I think I watched it. You haven't seen
it?
I felt like it was to me, it was degrading. Like, that's how I felt. You know, me being a transgender woman, like, I felt like, wow, like, society is already looking at us a certain way, but now you're doing this because you want views and hits, and, you know, you're trying to take yourself to the next level.
It's like, this is what they view us as.
Exactly.
Okay.
As a freak.
I knew that.
And they do that. I think society, we grew just like, I think.
As a freak.
They if you really think about it, like, they sometimes, you know, they're thinking that's a freak. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you have so many girls that escort, and the men want to pay for it because they're thinking that's a sexual. You know.
I know that for people to know, I know that you're into the term BQs, you're into gay guys. Wow. Have you ever dealt with trade before?
I don't like trade.
So have you ever dealt with trade?
As friends.
Okay. Because as friends. Some of the girls I know that deal with trade, they tell me something that when they tell me, it's kind of like a little fascinating to me. They tell me that when they meet trade, like, let's say they don't know their teeth. So they said when they first meet them, they may be conversating on the phone, you know, as a go, you know, and they treated them as cunt, as fish, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then they said, like, a lot of times, you know, some of the girls, they'll tell them, like, they'll tell their teeth. And they said it'll go either a couple ways. One, nah, you know, I don't believe it. I ain't with it.
Or
they be like, oh, then they'll start, they may respond with a text back like, well, when can you come and suck my dick? When can, how big are you? You know, they go into that other realm. Then they said, like, basically, the cunt stuff, the fish stuff, how they was being treated goes out the window. Now they're viewed as
A sexual freak.
A sexual freak.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's because of the girls, or what they all used to think it's just the stigma that was on gay people, period? That we're all promiscuous, sexual, raunchy freaks.
I think they have it worse. I think transgender women have it worse.
I do think they have it worse.
And it's not. I don't think it's 50%. To me, it works both ways because I think as transgender, a lot of transgender women put that stuff out there like that. Even the Facebook. If you go through Facebook and you know your transgender friends, all their profile pictures is like bras, ass out. So it's an image that they're portraying, but it's an image that society has.
But women
given
do it
them.
too. So but what's wrong with that when women do that also? I don't know many women that do that.
But I think with the taboo of a transgender, it's a taboo around it. So and then it related to sex. Like even back in the day, back in the early hundreds, transgender women were used at like the strip clubs and stuff for sex. You know.
I didn't know that. To be honest, I really didn't know that.
And you know what? I hate when people have profile pics up and they're like naked or even BQs when they're in their underwear. Like what you're doing is you're inviting somebody in because you're displaying sex.
Yep. And that's the way they're going to judge.
Oh, I got a question for you. What do you think? Oh my God, this slipped my mind. Oh, this I don't get this. You've been a transgender for how many years now?
You trying to tell my age?
You doing it since you was 11, so don't say that.
Probably. I think I started transitioning around like 95.
Okay, so close to 20 years. Have you ever posted up a picture of your former life? A lot of the new girls I see, they do that. I don't personally, I don't get that. To me, it's like if you're transitioning, you're moving away from that life because this is what you supposedly truly wanted to do and be, and a lot of you all spending a lot of money on this transition. It's not a cheap transition, it's not from hormones to surgery to a lot of other stuff that you have to go through. Does that make any sense to you that girls do that? I don't get that.
I don't get it. I don't
You
get
get
it.
it?
When I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think it's strange,
I don't get it, but I still think that when girls do it, they're doing it and putting it out there so that the BQs can see what they look like.
Yeah, and I think that's why
so they get more, and so they're trying to intrigue them more.
I think they do.
You know why I don't like it? Because some of these girls do it, and when they do it, I be like, wow, there's not much difference. Like,
like you said, you know what, Caesar, you said something.
You know what I'm talking about. Now, Amaya's stunning, and Amaya's whole brand is just, that's Amaya's brand. She's real about, what I'm saying? It's a whole thing. She was a pretty boy. She's a gorgeous transgender. I mean,
But think about it, Maya came out as that. So
and I get it, and she's a brand. I get the whole thing, and she's someone that's very open about her being a transgender. It's a whole, her being a transgender woman. She's very open about it. It's part of her brand. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I mean, I've seen females and I've heard everywhere, they live for her, they look up to her. My thing is though, some of these other girls that do it, I just don't get it.
I get it because for some of them, because you said a transition. I don't think a lot of them. I don't think a lot of them. Some transgender women don't become transgender women because it's how they feel inside. It's an image thing. They want to be. Yeah, it's only image. So I think when they put the picture up, it's like, oh yeah, bitch, look at me. Like,
so is that a transgender woman or is that a tranny?
It's the same. I mean, it's a tranny is a name that we call them. A transgender woman is a transgender woman. Period.
No, but I think that you just made a face. I think you understood what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, but it's still a difference. It's a difference. I mean, I don't get it. I don't think that you should display this and that. You know what I'm saying? If you came into the scene and this is what they saw, maybe it's okay. But I think when you have did a transition, like why would you before and after?
You and I are very close with someone. Well, Mika, she came into the scene as a butch queen and she transitioned. She is very self-conscious about them people. Like, sometimes a girl want to throw that out there. And, this is somebody that's in the church that she's not even into the ballroom scene that she was. She's coming back in. And she's very funny about that. Because, the girls who try it, they'll throw it out there and stuff like that.
That's why I wouldn't put it out there because there's so much with this social media screenshot. You know what I'm saying? They will go on your page.
I think we're all guilty of screen. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes I see something on my thing and
exactly. We're gonna screenshot.
You do it too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I may be going out my timeline and I see something. Just because sometimes they change their mind and take it
and want to take it down.
I do it.
I got it.
Not even that. I do screenshots because I'm like, you know what? This bitch gave me that she gonna try me in the future. So just in case.
This somebody be in that room, you can tell, so he be ready.
And I've seen people friend me on Facebook, take my pictures and post them in these groups for discussion.
How do you feel about that? Oh, you talking about like when they put them in there, like him or her, or when like you know when they be like pick one of those.
Yeah, like
how do you feel about that?
it irritates me. So,
Does it really?
Yes, it
I
irritates
think,
me. But you know
I
what?
get it. I get it. I get it. But I think it causes a lot of issues. It causes a lot of stuff when they be like, well, pick her, choose her.
And to me, like, I don't knock them for the things that they like to do or the excitement they get out of it. But when you come in on my page and you're taking my pictures, I know it's social media, but come on now, And I mean, I just start blocking them, unfriend them,
Listen, Blocklist is very friendly. I'm friendly with that. Did you ever wish you never got a Facebook?
Sometimes, but for me and what I do,
You need that.
yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
I wish Facebook.
It's a good way of promoting yourself in your brand, whatever
But
that
I
may
do
be.
wish Facebook would have kept a lot of their security. Like when Facebook first started with college, like it had to be you. You had to prove that it was you. Because like these fake profiles get on my nerves to me. And I mean, I understand that whole kiki stuff, but if you a man,
I'm
be a
gonna
man.
be,
I can say what the fuck I want to
listen,
say.
we know that. I don't think you should bring up the fake profile.
Okay.
No, you just don't even bring it up. We all know. Right? We all know. It's out of control. Next question. This is something I've always, I know that you are a pageant girl. You're one of the few girls in the scene that's a pageant girl. How many times have you ran for Miss Continental?
6.
And you still haven't gotten it, right? Why, a lot of people when it comes around that time, that's involved with balls, I see them on the thing rooting for you and they're going hard and they're like, when and they say you're so close. What do you think it is? Because should you have gotten it already? Your opinion? Or is it something that you do?